If you want to see my first impressions using the Power palette by Coloured Raine, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, we are going to play with the Power palette today. I have done swatches of this palette. I will put the swatches video right there, but I have not used it on my eyes, and I thought today was the perfect day to do a first impressions with this palette. I want to just say something very, very quickly at the beginning of this video, and I promise I will make it short. You can find more information in the description box. I did not post any videos yesterday being June 2nd. There was a collaboration across many creators to not post anything on June 2nd, and I chose to abide by that. I don't know if it had yet any sort of desired effect, but it just felt like the right thing to do. On that note of things that I can do that can be helpful, I'm going to put in the description box a bunch of helpful links for brands owned by people of color that I am aware of. If you have brands that I have not listed in the description box, please add them in your comments to this video. It would be very, very helpful. And I want to say that I have a lot of products that are owned by people of color. I have palettes by Certify, thanks to my friend Steph. I have Coloured Raine, Juvia's Place, Artist Couture, and there are many others that I just can't think of right now that I have as well. I want to use the month of June to showcase pretty much only brands that are at my preference, people of color, and also women-owned brands. It's been an increasing realization for me that I really have much more power in the dollar than I like to think, and that I really need to refocus money that I spend where I have choice to make different choices. And so, yeah. I don't want to talk about it too much. This is about doing a first impressions with the Power palette, but I wanted to identify what I'm doing in June. I have regularly scheduled videos, but any videos that are not based on a pattern already, I will be focusing on the products I've just told you about. That's what I'm doing. That's where my head is at, and you do you. I just wanted to let you know what's going on in June, and thanks to Deirdre for asking me about doing a look with the Power palette, because I thought of this palette yesterday and I thought, wait a minute, there are some things that I can move forward with that in some small way may make a drop in the bucket, but you get enough drops, you get a full bucket. So that's it. All right, let's get into this palette. I do want to tell you a little bit about what is on my face, because you can find everything in the description box as usual, but I have some specific products that I'd like to tell you about. On my cheek, I have some highlighters, and one of them is from Coloured Raine. I have featured this highlighter on the channel before, and it's called Lavender Dreams, and I got it as part of a mystery box. I really, really like it. It is gorgeous, and I'm probably going to put that on the inner corner at the very end of the look. It's just beautiful. It's this look at that, just like an icy lavender. It's so nice, so nice. Even on the finger, you see it better there. Love it. And I also put on the Artist Couture Cocoa Bling, which is a super, super sparkly highlighter. It's a loose highlighter. Really happy to have it. And I have a cotton fluff on the cap. And also I have put on this Coloured Raine lipstick in Serene, and it's quite nice, and I think it's going to go well with one of the shadows I'm thinking of using in the palette. So that, like I said, is what is on my lips right now. Okay, we're ready to get into this. If you don't remember this palette, let me show you. It's a 9-pan palette, and it's purples and pinks, so I'm in heaven. And I am thinking of using 3 shadows today. I am thinking of using Deception, Respect, and Legacy. So those are the 3 right now that I am really thinking about, and we will see if I change my mind, if I have to deepen up something or whatnot, but I think that those are going to be quite beautiful for a look, and I might add Testify as a deepening color on the very outer lid, but let's just start with Deception and see where we get to. And yeah, let's create a look. For Deception, I'm going to use this fluffy brush from Quo. Quo is a Canadian brand sold at Shoppers Drug Mart. And let's get into this. This is a very quick look, I think, so I'm going to do both eyes at the same time. Ever since I was a kid, I thought that 2020 meant something. There's something about this year that in my life I've always thought was going to be significant. And I didn't know if it was significant in a good or bad way. I just knew that it would be significant. And I think it's going to continue to be significant until the end of the year. I can't explain it, but I just knew it would be. And the funny thing is that before everything that's transpired this year, I told my husband, I reminded him, I said, 2020, it's going to be a big year. And wow, there's a lot to process this year. And we're just at the beginning of June. I hope that by the time we get to the end of the year that we'll be proud of what we did with this. I want to say all sorts of descriptors. I'll say interesting year. And an angled brush, I'm going to go down onto the lower lash line and just bring that Deception down on the lower lid as well. Okay, I'm happy with this side. Let's just do the other side to match. I really like Deception. Kind of a plummy, dusty rose is really nice. I talked about dusty rose earlier in a video I filmed earlier this week that's going to show up after this one, but bear with me. They'll start being in order again. I have 3 videos queued already that I'm going to move to make room for this one. It's amazing how we can have priorities sometimes, and the universe sends you a pretty strong message that you need to change them. Okay, I'm liking this so far. What do you think? I think it's a nice color. I like it when I get a color that it could be a one and done shadow. And this one definitely could be a one and done shadow. It's very pretty. And I'm definitely going to change that lipstick at the end. I think it's the peach is showing too much, and it's, I don't know. Maybe with the other colors, we'll see. I am going to go straight into, is Legacy going to be too much for a brow bone? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that lavender highlighter for the brow bone. And I'm going to go instead right into Respect. This one right here on, no, I think I'm changing my mind always, 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 always. I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into Testify just to deepen up the outer lid. And I'm going to use a packer brush. I'll use this one. I think it'll be fine. This is a Sephora small shadow brush, and it's a little bit on the fluffy side, but it should be okay. Going into that plum color Testify, as I said, just going to add a little bit more depth here. I think that will look better. And other side. Yeah, I think that made a big difference. I think it looks really, really nice. Not that the one shadow would not have been enough, but I think that this looks really, really nice. Okay, so now I feel like we can go into some interesting colors. And did I like, yeah. I think I think Respect is going to be too light for the outer lid. I'm going to go into Alibi and put that on the outer to center lid with my finger. I think that Alibi over Testify is a pretty good match. I wonder if they matched the names for the combinations of the shadows. That is pretty. And let's do the same on the other side. Okay, I went a little bit far in with Alibi on this side, but that's okay. It's going to get covered up by Respect. Okay, going in with Respect, but I'm going to take my detailed multitasker brush from Smashbox. Everybody's tired of hearing me talk about that brush, I'm sure. I'm just going to go in and right on the inner corner and just start off that color, because my pinky is not going to be as precise as this brush. Oh, that is going to look so, so good. I'm going to do that on the other side. Now that I've done the start of the inner lid, I'm going to go in with my pinky and just add that extra layer. Ooh, it's very crumbly. I remember that from the swatches. Okay, I'm just going to go and press more of it to just overlap a little bit Alibi. And I've queued that series, by the way, the Power series. I have it, I can't remember if it's on Netflix or Crave, but I have it available. And now that I'm digging into this palette, I am definitely ready to take a look at the show. I don't know what the story is between Coloured Raine and that show. I know nothing. If you know anything, please let me know. But it's just, I mean, I have the palette, so I'm curious. Okay, tell me that is not nice. Seriously, that is so cute. I am inclined to add, I think I'm going to do Testify on the lower lash line as a liner. So I'll do that. I'm just going to clean off my hands and do that. And for the liner, I'm going to use this flat liner eyeliner number 25 by Sephora. And going into, as I said, Testify. I was a little bit tempted to go into Alibi, but it is shiny, so I think I'd rather use a matte. I'm just going to go along the lash line here. I like the effect of it compared to the other side. What do you think? I like it. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. I think that's pretty nice. I don't think it would show so much on the upper lid, so I won't do it on the upper lid, but I'm tempted. So let's do now the inner corner and the brow bone, which is going to be with the Lavender Dreams highlighter from Coloured Raine. So just a reminder, going back into this one, hopefully you can see the color okay. And I still have it on my hand and probably still on my finger. No, it disappeared from my finger. Let's get into this brush. This is the Smashbox Contour Shadow Brush, and I'm going to go in with this brush to go right onto the brow bone. That's so pretty, so pretty. Yeah, I really like it. And now onto the inner corner. I just have to change my brush. And for the brush, I'm going to use this Morphe MB27. And just going back into Lavender Dreams, and I'm going to go to the inner corner. We'll have some fallout to address. Nice. Okay, other side. Okay, I am pretty happy with this. All I need to do now is, I said I would change my lipstick, which I will do. And I'm also going to finish up my eyes with some liner, some mascara, and also use some setting spray. So I will do all those things and I will be right back. All right, I am back and this is the finished look. I switched out the Serene, which is what I was wearing earlier, and I'm actually going to put it back on because it was a better match to my base matte color than I thought it was. But I did switch it out for the rest of this video for this one, which is Arabian Nights, I think. Arabian Night. And I really do like this purple, but I actually think this purple would look good or better with a less dramatic eye look. I think a heavy eye and a heavy lip is just kind of too much, but I love purple. Purple is so nice. And these lipsticks, what are they called? Coloured Raine Cosmetics. It doesn't have any identifier. I guess they have one formula. Well, their formula of lipstick in the bullet form, beautiful. Now, if you're wondering what else I did on my face, I did add the Clinique Black Liner 01 on my upper lash line, and I did do a little tiny bit of a wing. I used the Sumptuous Extreme Mascara on the upper lash line. This is from Estee Lauder. I'll show you the wand on this one. And do you see that little line? That is the Clinique liner. It's extremely precise if you want it to be, and this is the first time I've been able to do a wing and it didn't feather on me or smudge. And I'm really, really excited. So that's really nice. It took me 45 days to get to the point where I could go beyond just the edge of my eye and actually do a wing. That worked. So yes, I took a big risk off camera. Big risk. You know what I mean, makeup wise. Okay. High Impact from Clinique is what I used on my lower lashes, and it is not impactful in my opinion, which is why I used it on my lower lashes, pinching off the excess on the bottom because otherwise I look like a clown. Literally like a clown, a Pierrot, if you're familiar with the French clowns that have those made up eyes. That's what I look like with a lot of lashes on the bottom. I swear my lower lashes could be somebody's upper lashes. They're ridiculous in my opinion. And I topped off the whole thing with the all-nighter setting spray, and I'm getting low on it, but luckily I have a backup. So that is it. My first impressions of Coloured Raine. I think that you could tell as I was putting on the makeup, the eyeshadow particularly, that I was pretty impressed with it. I mean, this was an effortless look to produce, and if anything, I wanted to use it all. Like, I mean, the shadows in here, they're all beautiful. So now I'll turn it over to you. Please let me know what you think of this look, what you think of this palette overall. I would love to hear what you have to say. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you have recommended brands for us to check out that are owned by people of color and women-owned as well, I would love to have the full list. So please leave me a comment if you don't see the brand in what I list in the description box, or if you want to give it an extra, yes, it's a great brand, by all means, please leave me that comment. And of course, let me know what you think of the look, as I said. So there you go, a lot of stuff to check out and to comment on if you so choose. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.